Hi, I'm Megan Kocher. I'm a librarian in McGraw Library and curator of the Kirschner Cookbook Collection. And today I've brought a bunch of books about cooking outside because it's summertime in Minnesota and we are all outside cooking on our grills because we know how to savor every second of summer in Minnesota. So the first book I've brought is the River Cottage Meat book. This book was published in the U.S. in 2008 and it made a big splash. It won 2 James Beard Awards that year and it's really an authoritative book on cooking and preparing meat. And they have in here a whole section on barbecuing and cooking with fire. And what's interesting about this book is that it has fewer recipes and a lot more information about actually preparing the animal, preparing your meat, and the technique of barbecuing. So you'll get a good education from this book and be able to maybe invent some recipes of your own and go out and do that. But if you're looking for recipes, this doesn't have as many, but it is, if you are wanting to be a perfectionist about your barbecuing, I would definitely recommend looking at this book. Next up, I have Smoke and Spice by Cheryl Alters Jamison and Bill Jamison. This book is another classic in the barbecuing literature, and this version was put out in 1994. We'll be getting the new version that was just put out last month. They've updated it, but both are great. And this cookbook has a lot more if you're looking for the traditional sort of recipes for cooking, for grilling and smoking and getting some really good flavor in your outdoor cooking. This is a really great book to check out. Next, I have something that I was surprised and excited to find in our collection, which is Barbeque'en with Bobby, Righteous Down-Home Barbecue Recipes by Bobby Seale. Some of you may know that Bobby Seale was the co-founder of the Black Panthers. He also wrote this very good and respected barbecue cookbook and writes about how he got started barbecuing as a child and actually was given the idea to write this cookbook while he was imprisoned and talking with other inmates about the great food he would cook if he could. So this is a really great piece of history and also a wonderful cookbook. Finally, I picked out a couple of books, both from 1972, that I thought are actually really good if you're just getting started barbecuing or you want to do a little more low-key cooking with fire. And both of these are about cooking kebabs or things on skewers. The first one I have is the Home Kebab Cookbook. And this is just a nice little book, and it's just full of different recipes and combinations. And so I think it's a really good book for inspiration and thinking about all the different things you can combine and put together to make a nice skewer to cook outside. Next, for a different take on that, I brought the Playboy Gourmet by Thomas Mario. And this book is a little, testosterone soaked in its writing, and it has a section called Fire and Sword Party. And I thought this was a really fun party idea. It has, it gives a suggestion to have, some skewers or swords that people can use to create their own kebabs and to have an assortment of vegetables and meats and things that they can put on them. So I thought that would be a really fun party idea for the summertime. And that's all I have for you today.